What's up, guys? New video. I'm excited because I needed a little range therapy, and voila, here I am, vast in its glory. So yep, down at the shooting range. It's Sunday, beautiful day, and surprisingly there's nobody down here. So we're going to do a little shooting today and see if we can do any good. I'm not the best pistol shooter, so bear with me. Guns we're shooting today. You guys remember from the cleaning video, Smith & Wesson M&P 45C at again 8 rounds of 45 ACP. Brutal round. I would hate to get shot with it. Of course, this is just a ball ammo for practice. And we got my normal carry gun. You guys have seen these all over the internet. Smith & Wesson. This is the M&P Shield. It's a great carry gun, 9mm, little short, single stack. It's a great gun. I love it. I carry it daily. If it's not on my person, it's in my vehicle. Alright, let me get my hearing protection on, and we are going to be ready to rock. Guys, don't forget, anytime if you're out doing any kind of shooting, you need ear protection, you need eye protection. Here I'm using just an over-the-ear muff by Pelotor. It's the Shotgunner series. Not sure if you can see those. Sorry, I got my GoPro up on my head there. These are cheap, but they're very good. They get the job done. A lot of guys will run the over-the-ear, and then they'll also use some type of an earplug. I don't do that. These things serve the purpose and keep me safe. The target we're using, you can see the target stand. Actually, let's go take a look at that. So the target stand I built myself. It's somewhat similar to a lot of other ones that I've seen. So basically, I use like inch, a quarter, inch and a half PVC for the bottom. The two uprights are on rubber connectors, so it will sway in the wind. Gives a little bit more, that way it won't flop over. The target is set up to be about 6 feet tall, and I always throw just a little 10-inch or 12-inch round target there in the middle of it, but pretty good setup. Alright, M&P 45C, let's let her rip, tater chip. Next date. Again, you guys remember me talking about this gun. It is ambidextrous. I absolutely love that. I do like to keep the mag release on the left side of the frame. Seems like it's just easier for me to hit it with my index finger, my middle finger or index finger, rather than my thumb. And of course, like I said, the slide release being on the left side is a help too. No, I didn't. Trigger control, people. Alright, well, you'll see that I totally botched a couple of those. Not bad, but again, I'm no pistol shooter. But in a self-defense situation, this guy's as good as dead. Trigger control. So, shooting a little low, but not a bad group. Same as here. This one was completely me, and so was that one. That was the one, I believe, when I made the comment. Smooth, squeeze, straight through, and you can tell that I didn't do that, obviously. Got some pretty good groups. They're a little stringy, but not bad. There's our first malfunction. So I've never used the steel case ammo before. There I was bragging about Monarch, and the gun didn't go into battery. Always the brass case, never any trouble. So I guess I should have been a little bit more specific, but you can see here, the trigger's dead. Gun's not in battery. Was the last round too. Not sure if that has anything to do with it. I can guarantee it's not the magazine, not the gun. Never had that happen. Very interesting. I'll have to collect some more data on that. Let's go take a look at the target. I can tell you again, it's not real impressive. Stringing them. So this group here, after I adjusted left, for some reason I shoot a little left, so I had to adjust right. I need to drift the sight for windage. But other than that, not so bad. You take those 3 out. There's 5 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those 3, those 2, I'll take all day long. Again, I'm no professional, but if you were standing in front of me in a self-defense situation, I don't think you'd be very happy. Guys, we're going to put a fresh target up, and we're going to shoot that shield. See how we do. I have a feeling, won't be able to shoot it as good. Now, what I mean by that is groups. Even though these are self-defense style firearms, the accuracy, I mean, they're still capable. But again, that's not really what they're designed for. We're talking about a short barrel pistol. But I fully think, well, for one, you always need to get out and practice. Especially if you're going to carry. But also, too, I go out and I try to see what kind of group I can shoot. Because the better control I have, the better discipline I have, then in a stressful situation, that stuff's going to be more instinctive to you. All right, enough of that crap. Again, Smith & Wesson Shield. The gun is stock configuration. The only difference is I did put some Talon grips on it. These are the rubberized ones here. Really like these grips. They feel like I get a better purchase. I'm able to hang on to the gun a little better. It's a little snappy, you know, it's a little polymer frame gun that doesn't weigh a lot. My wife is able to shoot it pretty good. Measures Coffee and Crankbaits, God love her. She's actually at home cooking supper while I'm out here filming this video. I love that woman. So yeah, we'll put a few rounds through it. Again, I don't expect to have any crazy good accuracy. Number one being me, but 2, little short barrel pistol. Again, that's a man-sized target. It's not D17 or B17, whatever those things are. But that's pretty realistic. Also, in a self-defense situation, you're not going to be shooting these distances typically. It's probably more around 15 yards. I didn't walk it off. You'll have to forgive me. I'm estimating here. But you're not going to shoot somebody typically from that far away. 7 yards or less. And if you're talking about in a house, yeah, 10 to 15 feet, it's probably going to be right about where you're going to be shooting. It just depends on the scenario. You can't predict it. You don't know where you're going to be. You could be in a convenience store within 5 feet or 3 feet. You could have an attacker on top of you at point blank range. You just don't know. The main thing, just get out and practice. But I don't want this video to be just about practice either. We're out here having fun. So if I wasn't doing this, I'd have to be fishing. Those are my two favorite things to do. So when I was little, Dad did so much outdoor stuff. I mean, that's when let me give you an example. When he was a kid, when he was little, his mom would walk him down to the creek, which is right behind their house. She'd tie a rope around his waist and tie him to the tree so he couldn't fall in, and she'd leave him there and he'd fish and be happy all day. So you can imagine growing up, you know, back then, where that's what kids did. You know, I got to do a lot of it too. Growing up, Dad has always been disabled. He's got a degenerative eye disease, never did hear well. Later in life, he developed diabetes, and then in one of my vlogs, talked to you guys about him developing dementia here about 1.5 years ago. So he's had a lot stacked against him, but it never slowed him down. When I was a kid, for Christmas, Mom always worked. She had a really good job. And Dad would go out and trap for fur, and that's how he'd help pay for Christmas. And I mean, it's just an amazing man. But anyways, back shooting. God love you, Dad. I wouldn't be standing here loving this stuff today if it wasn't for you, though. Smith & Wesson Shield. He did. If you guys see, I got some flyers. There's one to the right up. There's one up toward his right hand shoulder blade. Our left, his right. But I was spraying there, right? I wasn't really intending on doing something just fantastic as for a group. So we're going to get this magazine loaded up, and we'll do it again. You have to bear with me, guys. I did only bring one mag. When you buy this gun, you get 2 magazines. One of them is a flush fit, and the other has this extension on here. And that extension is really nice because it gives me a better purchase on the gun. I'm able to get my pinkies wrapped around it there. Makes it nice. So I don't have really big hands, I'd say medium size, but again, you can see where my pinky you can see where my pinky overlaps that extension there. So with the flush mag, you know, I'm either trying to wrap it up over my other fingers or hold it off. It's kind of awkward, so I love the extended magazine. That's better. You guys probably can't see the target from here. I can. They're pretty well all over the place. Let's see if I can't slow down a little bit. Actually try to put some in there where they really count. Practice makes perfect. Bet you never heard that from your folks, right? Or your high school basketball coach. Here's one for you. My dad always said, anything worth doing is worth doing right. Boy, was he knew what he was talking about. That applies to so many facets of life, doesn't it? And he's 100% correct. That's more like it. The trigger on these are really light. You got just a little bit of take up. When you hit that take up, it's a good crisp pull. It's not bad at all. Reset's nice too. Not a bad trigger. Trigger on the 45C I really like as well. Again, you got some take up. Once you hit that take up, nice clean break. Not bad. Speaking of triggers, I'll do another video on, I have a Canik. It's kind of the American pronunciation, or Canik, Canik. Heard it all three ways. TP9SF, is that right? TP9SA. And that's probably got one of the best triggers for a striker fired handgun I have ever handled. I mean, that thing is phenomenal. So you guys can see I'm all over the place, but still in the kill zone. When I really slowed down, paid attention, shoot a lot better. But even in a rapid fire situation, if you're keeping them here anywhere in this size, the guy's gonna be hurting for sure. Guys, that about wraps it up for me today. Actually, for this video, I'm gonna stay here and do a little bit more shooting, and I gotta get my butt home tonight and get this video edited. So if you like what you see, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter, both Coffee and Crankbaits, and I have a Facebook page, Coffee and Crankbaits. Until next time, we'll see you guys. I appreciate the hell out of you. See ya. To get for turning the camera off never fails. You want to do something on camera or somebody watching, you can't do it. It's like pressure. So no big deal. So I just turned the camera off. I was still shooting, and man, it's like a really good group with the shield, and you know, I'm proud of it. So this is one group, this is another group. This is no big deal. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I thought I stumbled over myself. That's not so bad. I can live with that. Can't do that on camera, but I could do it then. You guys are stressing me out, right? Alright, anyways, thanks again, guys. Just wanted to throw that update out there and show you I can sort of shoot sometimes. And oh, while we're at it, update for the not aluminum, there's some aluminum case down here somebody was shooting. The steel cased Monarch just won't run in the M&P 45C. I ran about 2 more mags, loaded 5 rounds, ran no problem, put 8 rounds in it, and like 3rd, 4th round, no battery, didn't go into battery. Second magazine after that, again, same thing. It's weird. Earlier it was the last round, so I thought, you know, maybe there would be something conclusive there. Not really, but it's just it's odd. Never had any issues. But again, thanks guys, appreciate you watching. Till next time. I really hate this part. Gosh.